All right, so we're all trying to eat healthier, right? Loading up on greens, nuts, all that good stuff. But what if I told you that some of the healthiest foods you eat, the ones you think are doing you so much good, could be behind a seriously painful hidden problem? I know it sounds kind of crazy, but stick with me. We're going to get into it.
No, I'm serious. Just think about it for a second. That green smoothie you blend up every single morning, that handful of almonds you grab for a snack, even your daily cup of black tea, could they actually be doing more harm than good? It's a total paradox, right? And we are going to unravel it right now. And that brings us to what I like to call the healthy food paradox. See, we get so focused on all the good stuff, the vitamins, the antioxidants, the fiber, that we can totally overlook the potential downsides. And the downside we're talking about today, well, it's a big one. It's a condition that is notoriously painful. We're talking about kidney stones.
So what in the world are these things? Well, they're basically these tiny, sharp rocks made of mineral deposits that form right inside your kidneys. And the science is super clear on this. One of the absolute biggest factors in whether or not you get them is your diet.
Okay, so if healthy foods are part of the problem, then what's the actual culprit here? Let's pull back the curtain and unmask the specific compound that's turning these superfoods into potential troublemakers.
All right, say hello to oxalates. Now, these are totally natural compounds. You find them in a ton of plants. So the issue isn't that they exist, not at all. It's what they do once they get inside our bodies. See, they have this tendency to bind with minerals. And that, my friends, is where all the trouble starts.
So, how does this actually happen? Let me break it down for you. It's a pretty straightforward process. Step 1. You eat foods that are high in oxalates. Step 2. Those oxalates travel all the way to your kidneys. Step 3. Once they're in the kidneys, they meet up with calcium. And here's the key part. They basically link arms, forming this super strong bond. And that bond creates these sharp little crystals, which eventually clump together to form those really painful stones.
Okay, so which foods are we even talking about here? This is where it gets really surprising for a lot of people. Let's take a look at 6 super common, healthy foods that are, you guessed it, absolutely packed with oxalates.
And wow, this list really just drives the paradox home, doesn't it? I mean, look at this. First up, spinach. The classic health food, right? Well, it is off the charts high in oxalates. Nuts and nut butters? Yep, same story. Beets, and especially beet juice, are totally loaded with them. And the list goes on. Sweet potatoes, dark chocolate, and yeah, even that daily cup of black tea or chai that so many of us absolutely rely on to get through the day. Now, before you go and throw out everything in your kitchen, it is so important to say this, for most people, these foods in moderation are totally fine. But, and this is a really big but, for anyone who has a history of kidney stones, the risk of them coming back is significantly higher if you're eating a lot of these foods. Okay, I know that might sound a little alarming, but seriously, don't go cleaning out your pantry just yet. The goal here is not to ban these foods, not at all. It's all about being smarter about how we eat them. So let's talk about a simple 3-step defense plan to protect your kidneys.
All right, here is your kidney health playbook. It's super simple, easy to remember. Number 1, practice moderation. Don't eat huge portions of these things every single day. Number 2, pair them with calcium. And number 3, prioritize hydration. That means drinking plenty of water.
Okay, let's pause on that second step because I know what you're thinking. Pair with calcium? That sounds completely backward, right? If the stones are made of calcium oxalate, why on earth would we add more calcium? Well, this is where the science is just so cool. See, when you eat calcium with your high oxalate food, they bind together in your gut before they can even get to your kidneys. And from there, they're just safely eliminated. So the calcium basically acts like a bodyguard, grabbing the oxalates and escorting them out before they can cause any trouble. So what does this actually look like in real life? Here's some super simple adjustments you can make. If you love sweet potatoes, try boiling them and then just toss out the water. That gets rid of a ton of the oxalates. Maybe think twice about those giant raw spinach salads every day. You could switch your daily black tea for a lower oxalate green or herbal tea. And of course, the big one, drink enough water. Keep everything diluted and flowing. This way, you can still enjoy your nuts and chocolate, just maybe as an occasional treat instead of a daily staple. So, what's the big takeaway here? What's the bottom line? It's really not about restriction. It's not about creating a new bad foods list. It's all about empowerment. Empowerment that comes from knowledge.
You know, there's a quote from the research that just sums this up perfectly. It says, knowledge about which healthy foods increase kidney stone risk enables people to eat a balanced diet. And that's it right there. That is the whole point.
So please, remember this. Spinach, nuts, beets, these are incredibly nutrient-rich, valuable foods. We absolutely do not want to eliminate them from our diets. The goal is just to understand them and manage them wisely as part of a balanced plate. It's about being informed, not being afraid.
And that kind of leaves us with one last thought, doesn't it? We just spent a few minutes really questioning a very common healthy habit, and it really makes you wonder, what other health rules are out there that we all just follow without a second thought? It's just a good reminder to always stay curious and maybe look a little bit deeper. Thanks so much for tuning in.